Are there difficult children? Are there difficult children? What do they look like, and why are mom and dad to blame in most cases? More than once I have had to meet with anxious parents who, upon coming to my consultation, said, "There is something wrong with my child. He is behaving inappropriately. I can't control him." Then it turned out that the child is very wayward, wants his opinion to be taken into account, and is not ready to be satisfied with the parents you're still small. Uncontrollable children are most often called those who are inconvenient, no matter how crazy it may sound. While waiting for the birth of their child, people to some extent think about what the future baby will be like. They fantasize about his face, arms and legs and character. And then the child is born, and in the first years of his life he says, "I am not what you imagined. I am inconvenient." And the parents, in a panic, rush to the psychologist so that he can explain what is wrong with the child. But more often than not it turns out that absolutely everything is true. It's just that adults have focused too much on their own fantasies and dreams, on comparing their child with their neighbor's child, who is certainly very obedient and plays the violin. When a child does not meet expectations, he automatically falls into the uncontrollables category. When my son was 5, he became different. He used to love to hug and was a tactile child. And then suddenly I didn't want to. It became impossible to touch him. He just screams and hits me. I don't recognize him, and I'm scared that this is some kind of mental disorder, says Diana. Parents often mistake the child's elementary characteristics and manifestations of his nervous activity for disorders. Once a man came to me for a consultation with a similar request. He told a situation that completely unsettled him. During some holiday, his daughter will throw everything that was on the table onto the floor. The father could not stand it and started screaming. The girl immediately sat down on the floor, began to rock and hum something to herself. After that, he asked why she did this, and the daughter replied, "I'm afraid to die." And this is a fairly common practice when children try to ward off anxious thoughts through activity, sometimes even hyperactivity. If you think your child is difficult, abnormal, uncontrollable, understand that all children are completely different. And these differences in themselves are not a sign of pathology.